So we got all the windows and doors out. Needs a lot of work. Gonna get all taken down to the floor. However, on the other side, what I discovered underneath these fiberglass panels, there's one in each corner, front, back. It's really intriguing. This here's the side wall. This here's the front wall. They got angle iron holding this front wall on. So they put that fiberglass over it, then they put a strip of, I don't know, to cover up the fiberglass so it can't leak. It's like that all the way through. All four corners. So what I think I'm going to do, because of the way it's built, when I go to rebuild it, the floor ends here. The front of the wall stops way out here. I think what I'm going to do is push it all back. This front piece here will line up with this front piece here. And it'll still rest on the floor. And then keep the same angle all the way through. A majorly bad spot is back here above the living room window. It's all rotted. I was hoping I could have just took this off and took the wall off in one big shot. Unscrewed it from down here on the floor. You can see they got it screwed right to the floor. Probably about every 2 feet or so there's a screw going across, front to back, up around the wheel wells. I was hoping we could just unscrew it, take it off in one big unit, but because of that, now I'm afraid it's just going to collapse. So I think what we're going to try to do now, with the new lumber, we're just going to screw right to each one of these studs. Get the studs cut length, get all the headers put in, just screw right to it, make an outside wall, then take that off, take this wall off and junk it, and then keep that other wall, the new build. And then when you get the floor and everything put back on, we'll go through and we'll have our framed wall ready to go. But look at the wiring in this, holy cow. This stuff is everywhere. So on the back, down there's the power inverter. This box, square box hole right here, that's just for your shoreline to come through. And they just ran tons of wires everywhere. This here's your 120 volts. This here's your 12 volts. This here goes all out to all your DC lighting. It's just a lot of wiring. I'm going to do it so much easier. I'm going to put the power inverter back here yet, just like they did, but you know, new construction. Instead of coming out here like this here, I'm going to come through with my shoreline, right in my power inverter. I'm going to go right up to the roof line. I'm going to run everything all up here in the roof and just be done with this. Because this is just insane how much wiring they got in this thing. I mean, look at all this. I know that they got a battery box down here. They got the furnace sitting right here. They got all wire. Well, we got a thermostat line. This wire here is jumped off. This here's power coming in. It's just insane what they've done. But why? If you got it up here in the roof line, just do your drops coming down to whatever your lights are, your heater, your battery, you're done. You don't have to run a million wires. We haven't even started the other side, but I'm going to guess that that is probably very close to being the same. It's just insane how much wiring they have in this thing. We still got to pull the awning down. Once we get the awning down, then we'll start doing all the skin on this side here and just working from the bottom up, because it's how they put it on. When they first put a skin piece on, they start down here at the bottom, it's stapled. Oh, gotta think about this. Nope, I think they start at the top. They start at the top, it's stapled, then this sheet here tucks in to that seam, then this down here is stapled for this sheet, this one here tucks in, and then it's stapled down here, then this one here tucks in. Well, when you undo it, you gotta start at the bottom and work your way up, so it's reversed. But we got that off pretty easily. That just came right off. Massive hornet's nest. Check that thing out. That's why I had to wait until it was cool. You got one hanging out in there. He's not very happy at the moment. I think one just fell. If I find him, I step on him. But once we get the awning and everything off, this side here will come off pretty quick. Everything on the roof is off. All the vents are out, the AC is off. The AC weighed a ton, holy cow. I bet that was approaching probably 150 pounds. As soon as I got that off the roof, you could actually feel the whole roof spring back up. This handle here to get you up into the camper, that's actually pretty cool. There's a light in it. So when this here is actually mounted, this glass piece here lights up. So that's actually pretty cool. I think that's going back on. That there will probably go back on. But yeah, it's pretty much a big mess right now. Got all the siding off. All the trim work on this side is off. There's the big honking air conditioner. That's standing up on its side. That's taller than my knee. Plus it had a heat unit in it. So yeah, that's how far we've gotten. Not working real hard at it. We got other stuff going on too, so we kind of throw this in between. There is a lot of leaks. Obviously the roof leaked a lot. Pretty common. And then I'm gonna guess that's where all the damage came from, was that the roof was leaking, came down, got into the floor, messed up the whole floor. So the neat thing is that I had discovered on this underbelly part, this piece here is aluminum. There's an underbelly underneath here. See if I can get a picture of it. Yep, there it is. There's an underbelly underneath. And you come back up. So this here's the end of it. Your skin, your camper skin, your wall skin comes down. This here all seals into your wall skin. And right here, see if I can do this and show it to you. This right here, that's not even plywood. I don't know what they got that. I don't even know what that even is for the floor. 1/2 inch. Junk, whatever it is. But they got a cavity right here between the floor. So here's the wall, screws into the floor. This here looks like a 1x2, 2x2, whatever it is. But then they got another skin on the bottom of the floor. Then you got your big I-beam sitting right there, right in front of you. That's the I-beam for the trailer or frame. This here is all framed out off the bottom of the floor. It's framed out, and that's what holds all this bottom skin here on. This here is really thick aluminum, and it's really tough. So when we go to do this, when we go take the floor off, I'm gonna have to get this here supported so it can't drop. And then the floor will come off, and then all the insulation, the old insulation and that belly down there will all come out. Whatever holes are in the bottom of the underbelly, that'll be all patched shut, sealed back up, new insulation laid down, new flooring put down. I do believe on this, see all the chicken crap in here? It's about 1.5 inches thick. So right there is where I was standing. This here is about 2 inches thick in here. So I was almost hitting my head up here in the ceiling. So when I figured out that the chicken crap in here was so deep, I moved it away and I was actually standing on the floor. I gained all that in height back up to the ceiling, so I no longer almost hit my head. But when they made the floor, there's about the center of it coming all the way down. I don't think they have any support down the center of this. So if I actually stand in there, this here actually bounces up and down all the way through. So I think what I'm gonna do between each outrigger, because you got an outrigger right here in the front, that's what your floor bolts to. This outrigger here goes all the way across to the other side. There's another one back here somewhere. It sits right there. Down there goes all the way back to the other side. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing in between those, I'm gonna get like a aluminum square tube, notch it to go up over this end where that other outrigger in here comes, notch it so it goes up over that, and I'm gonna bolt it down so when you walk in here it doesn't buckle. Now that little bit, that 1/16 of an inch that's left, that wall that's left, when I notch out the aluminum square tube to go up over that, when you lay the floor down, you'll probably never even notice that that's even in there. I hope. More than likely not. Plywood will actually give to that pretty good. But it shouldn't throw none of the measurements off. It should just be normal. It'll just look like a flat floor, just to prevent this here from buckling. However, I'm looking at going to 5/8 flooring. This here only looks like it's about 1/2 inch at best. Let me see if I can find my tape measure. I got tools laying all over the place. I just gotta figure out where I laid it. Oh, apparently I'm gonna measure it later. I don't even see where I laid it. Oh, it's in my pocket. How do you like them apples? So let's see what we got here for a floor thickness. Because if I go to 5/8, I might not have to put anything in there. See what we can get here for a floor. Not quite 1/2 inch. A little bit under. So if I go up to 5/8, I might be able to get rid of that bounce. But doesn't matter anyways. It's just gonna be all new construction, so just a quick update. But yeah, all this wiring, this stuff here is gonna all disappear. I'm just gonna run it up through the roof line, bring it down, wherever I got an outlet, light, plug in, whatever, stove, microwave. Well, I guess the stove will be over there because I'm gonna do a roll-out cabinet outside the door. But the microwave will be sitting down here because there's gonna be a wall that's gonna go here to that side of the window, right about there. This here's gonna be a small bedroom. And from this wall here, right below the window, it's gonna be a little counter. And then it's gotta come up to about the same height as that counter over there. So about to here. And it's gonna stop generally about that area, about the outlet area. And then it's gotta go out a couple feet. It'd be like a little L. We'll put the sink right here in the corner. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see how it plans out. That window over there, I think I'm just gonna keep the window there. Obviously I have to, because if I put the new skin or the skin back on, the original skin, I had to put the window back in on the outside. But on the inside, I think I'm just gonna run the luan straight up and just leave it blocked. Just not even deal with it. Put like a cabinet, fireplace area will be down there by the stove. Luan that shut. Won't even cut it out. Maybe, we'll see, but I doubt it. I want to do a stand-up closet all the way up to the ceiling. Bring it over. Put like coats and stuff in it. Shoes down at the bottom. Stuff like that. Over here, this section right here of the wall, that'll be the refrigerator that's going to go in. And then I'm hoping I can keep most of this here open. See if I can get back in there again real quick. Insulation just dries the crap out of your throat. So here is the refrigerator. And there's like a little pantry back there. Thinking about keeping the pantry back here. And what that's going to end up doing is causing stability between the wall, the roof, and the floor. And it'll keep your walls from wobbling back and forth when you're going down the road. Right behind this wall here is the bathroom. A little junky one at that. That's not going back in. Make sure there ain't no critters hiding in here. So down here, you got the little toilet. Got a sink. Oh, look there, you got a shower. Take a shower in here. Yeah, I'll pass. And you got a little window. So we're going to shrink this here up quite a bit. We're going to take this shower out. Probably about halfway up to about where the shower is. We're going to make all cabinets in here for like towels, deodorant, toothpaste. The sink, we'll put a new sink in, make a new counter, cabinets. That'll go back in. And then you can come in and brush your teeth, clean up for the morning, clean up for the night, whatever, before you go to bed. This thing, I do not want a toilet in here. I don't want a holding tank in here at all, anywheres. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting a compost toilet in here. Get the one that you can undo this top. The base stays and you clean out the base, put the top back on. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. And the new compost toilets anymore today, they don't really smell or anything. So plus they give you stuff to put in them, so it knocks a lot of the smell down. Stove and everything, all this here is all coming out. This whole thing, we're not even bothering with any of this. The cabinets over here above the window, those are all coming out. Don't want none of that. And then, like I said, we're gonna lose probably almost 1.5 feet, 2 feet off this because we're just putting cabinets in here. So that'll move this wall here back. And then it'll just be this one, the pantry, probably a small closet here, over here about where the outlet is, maybe right about there. We'll bring the counter out, a small counter, then you can sit here and eat. Down here will be the microwave. So like I said, there'll be a wall that'll come across, a small counter coming across, maybe a cabinet down below, then it'll come up to whatever the height of the countertop is. And then it'll come out probably about to here, maybe about the middle. And then maybe a small cabinet up here, cabinets up above the window, going up across here. And all that's gonna do, one, for storage, but all that's really gonna end up doing is it ties your wall to your ceiling, to your floor. Because you just seen the construction on the outside of this thing. There's not much to these, but a lot of junk stuff that just shouldn't be. There is literally no sturdiness behind these whatsoever. And I literally just moved this wall like 3 inches. There's nothing here. So that's really all the small cabinets and counters inside of campers do. That's why there's always a small walkway down the center, a very small walkway. And that's to tie your 2 walls, your ceiling or your roof, your trusses, whatever, into your floor. That's all it does. Just keeps you from wobbling. Those cabinets there will probably be put back in, well, new ones put back in, but I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the window, right above the silver trim, make the cabinets bigger, got more storage. There'll be a small bed just a little bit below the window. It'll get all mounted in here. Probably put a small end table, or whatever, put it on this side, doesn't matter. Guess I have to go on this side because I'm gonna put a sliding door right about in this area because this here will be where the refrigerator is gonna go. So a small sliding door right in this area, you go in and out, go to bed, wake up, come out. Right here will be a small kitchen, small living room. I guess you'd call it a bathroom, small pantry, then to the back bedroom. So yeah, that's all we have for now. Thanks.